Good evening, America. My name is Kenny, and I'm here to deal with an issue that's really affecting all of us. And the way I'm going to deal with this issue is not by talking about human nature or the failures of government, because our government's doing fine. We're only $23 trillion in debt, and we've only allowed multiple instances of people who shouldn't have been in this country, who should have been walking around, to be around and harm people. No, I'm going to deal with this issue by destroying an inanimate object. That's right, I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's gotten really popular now thanks to the media. And so the same industry that taught Goebbels how to elect Hitler, it can't be wrong. Hitler, by the way, was actually someone who was an avid hunter and a supporter of confiscating guns. But that's a separate issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy this inanimate object, an object that we need to hate, and by putting our hatred toward this object, we will solve this problem. Now first, let me get this stuff out of the way here. Let's get this guy out of here. This is not a bumper stock. This is just a ordinary stock here. And, oh, this is a hammer. Now this actually is an object that has killed more people than the gun thingies that we're supposed to be hating. But I'm just going to set this off here. This is actually the object I'm talking about, right here. Right here. Yes, that's right. Fork. This device leads to obesity, diabetes, depending on what you eat, tooth decay. This device right here. This is the device that we need to hate. And, you know, I could sell this thing for maybe 1/10 of a peso, but, you know, what if it got into the hands of a child and that child ate an Oreo ball and then tried to use it to eat a Tide Pod? You know, I just couldn't live with it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy this device. I know there's probably millions of these devices everywhere. I don't actually need this. I'm just putting this on to be over dramatic. I kind of wish I had a little metal saw cutter thingy that some of these other people that are destroying these inanimate objects have, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and start the healing process, which will save the world. There's a little piece of it right there. I am expecting at least 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, one for engineering and the other for, I think it's like curing diseases or something. Let's go ahead and do that there. And then, as they say in France, the pisse the Reese's. We're going to cut that little handle right there. And there, it's gone. Well, folks, in case I don't win the Nobel Peace Prize, I'd like for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Keep Arkansas Legal. You can like, share, and comment. Tell me what you think. And on another note, if you have loved ones in schools and grade schools like I do, and you don't want them to be shot up by either terrorists or liberals on meds, the real two solutions are: one, the same solution that banks and jewelry stores and government buildings do, which is have people that are armed. And if the school can't afford it because they're paying some bureaucrat over $300,000, like they are in the Bryant School District, allow the people that we allow to carry guns there. In other words, get rid of the stupid gun-free zones. And instead of putting up stats from Australia or some other country whose population is completely different to try to advocate for a solution to a problem, why don't you show the stats of shootings that occurred in schools before and after gun-free zone policies were enacted? Oh, and the second reason, probably more important than just solving this gun problem, but solving a lot of other problems in this country, is to find and make pay and punish in some way the ruthless Washington, D.C. swamp bureaucrat government officials that allowed these terrorists, these illegals, and these crazies to go out and kill us. I think it's deliberately at this point. When the police are called 30 times, a dude should have been put in a padded cell. He shouldn't have been walking around at all, let alone by a gun. Just like the Sonar brothers should have been deported or arrested instead of being allowed to make a pressure cooker bomb out of household products, which I guess we're going to have to ban now too. And for that matter, the 9/11 hijackers, many of them were in this country illegally. They had overstayed their visas. Should have been kicked out. So if you know of any federal officials that have been fined or fired or jailed for allowing it to happen, yeah, go ahead and comment on that. Let me know. Because I haven't heard of it. That's negligent homicide. Oh, and destroy forests because they're making people fat. Yeah.